Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another crypto live stream. And today we are watching one of our 100x gems launch. This one is called Operon Origins. We bought into it just now. I explained to you guys exactly how we're going to do that, what all the different steps are. And let me just tell you guys right up front here, I am not sure 100% that this coin is going to go times 100. Like I've said, I earlier speculated we'd see about 25x gains. However, there's a couple of things which changed with the project. One of those things being that they lowered their market cap from, I believe, 500,000 to only 130,000. So from that perspective, I'm a little bit more excited. And what is this coin? If you've been on the channel but you don't know what I'm talking about here, just check back on my channel a little bit. I've done quite a couple of posts about this project, as at first it was extremely, I guess, not undervalued necessarily, but people really weren't talking about it. But right now when I check their Twitter and when I check everything, they got themselves a ton of freaking followers. And for all the people that are wondering, is there an address or how do you buy this? Right now, buying impossible. So don't go on the interwebs trying to buy right now, impossible. In 5 minutes though, or theoretically speaking in like 3, it's going to get listed on PancakeSwap and we're going to see how the price does. They haven't posted the address yet, somebody says. They have. I also shared it over in the altcoin gem information. If you want more information on coins that I think will do times 100 or just go extremely nice or some free airdrops here and there, join this Telegram. I'm going to leave a link right there. And just stick around because I'm providing you with all the information that you need. Like, for example, people thinking there's no contract. Here it is. Here exactly is the contract. I've shared it already. So make sure you do your due proper diligence and just update yourselves with the stuff that I've posted. All right. All right. So I'm pretty interested in seeing this. Today, I don't think many people got a notification for this live stream, but it's also anyway for the people that care about this type of stuff, you know. I care about it because usually we get some juicy gains, but at the end of the day, it's always an interesting thing. Will this one be only on Pancake? As far as I know, they've only stated Pancake. I haven't really seen anything else. It says here, Operon, the first come first serve round is over. It will launch today 3 p.m. UTC on PancakeSwap. IDO price is 10 cents. So I didn't actually know that the IDO price was 10 cents. So it goes from 10 cents. We're hoping it's going to hit something along the lines of $10. But my honest expectation is going to say $7 to $8 as an easy hit. But it could even be going to 24 or stuff like that. Like, guys, it's way more hype than I anticipated at first. So I wouldn't even be surprised if we see like $25 or so. So at times 250. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it's only going to like $7 or $8. It's really, we're in a predicament right now. I'm just honestly not exactly sure what's going to happen. But I'm interested though. And by the way, guys, if you just want more of these, make sure you just press the freaking subscribe button on the video, man. That's the best thing you can do. Is there a vest on this token? Yes. It is 10% TGE. And then I don't know how the rest works. You can look it up if you want to. Just check out whatever. Check out like their website or something like that. You'll most likely find it pretty easily. At what time in the US will be on Pancake? It's 3 p.m. UTC, so in about 2 minutes. But there are a couple of restrictions to Pancake. Like, for example, I believe it's already maybe on Pancake right now almost, but there is some bot prevention. It says here, the first 90 seconds after launch, you're only eligible to buy if blah, blah, blah. And then 90 seconds following the above criteria, or something along those lines. Not exactly sure how this works just quite yet. Because we saw before that do have whitelists for the quote-unquote sniping, and they have anti-bot. But what I guess this means is that in the first minute and a half, you can only buy if you whitelisted yourself. Interesting. Very interesting. But, oh, all right. I think we've launched, guys. I think it's up because I see here it says 10.8 cents, 12 cents. We're going. Guys, we've launched. We've officially started. So this is the exact starting price here. 12 cents. It's right now on PancakeSwap. And so now it's going to be a very interesting one, guys. All right, let's take a good look. So we've doubled. It's at the start, it's a little bit of a slow process. What is the end value going to be, guys? Put in the chat box real quick what you think is going to happen. We've tripled. We've quadrupled. And by the way, we've quintupled. This is not a shit coin. This is not a meme coin. That's not what we work with here. What we only go for and only look at, guys, is projects that are properly invested in, proper, I guess, companies behind them and proper launch. So even though they might go down again in value, that's usually because when they launch, people are like overhyped. But I would never go and talk about a project which I think is going to do really bad in that sense, if you guys get my drift. All right, we've gone times 6. What are we talking about here? This is the coin that I showed on my channel now the last couple of days here, and it just launched. So we're watching it unfold. We have 10 times their money officially. Okay. 15. How high can it go? How high can it go? 17, 18. All right, so we're, I guess, already on the nice page for times 21. It goes a little bit less quick than some of our other launches, being the first couple of minutes. But I still, I guess, we might still see an 80x then, with the way that this is going. Times 26. So this basically means, by the way, guys, some people ask me how much money can you put in. It's so difficult to actually say how much money you can put in because it depends on the way you go about it. It depends on how early you were. It depends on so many different factors. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, that's why I do it for reference, right? We put in $1,000, then right now it's times 30, which means it turns 1,000 into $30,000 as an example. But again, for reference, it's not as simple to actually put in $1,000. Otherwise, we'd all be billionaires right now. But it's just some food for thought, you know, with how it goes. All right. And guys, by the way, if you enjoy these things, make sure you press that like button. I mean, in no way, shape, or form harm with showing you guys this. The market cap, however, already is at $400 million right now for this, which is times 40. I can almost not imagine that the starting price was only 10 cents because it makes almost no sense. Oh, it just went to $2 billion market cap. What happened? Look at that. Now it's officially, I think this is because the first 3 minutes, the public cannot buy it. It's $22. We've gone times 220, right back down to $16. Most likely a couple of big, this is most likely all the big orders pulling through, all the people trying to snipe it over on PancakeSwap. Look at that. What just happened? Holy smokes. What just happened right there? Wow. That was, whoa, what just happened? And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I will never tell anybody to try their luck and try to buy it once it starts. It's such a scary little game, such a scary piece of business. Let's see here again. Don't lose your time. You're a never whitelist. All the influencers are shilling their stuff. And let's actually do a step back here, guys. So on my channel, I've explained every single step for how to get into this and exactly what I'm doing. If you think that I am making this video here so you can try to buy it at the start real quick to buy my bags, please understand that's in no way, shape, or form my goal. If you're trying to think here that there's any benefit, because I'm thinking myself, of course, too, right? I'm a rational human being. I'm watching a video thinking, why is this guy talking about it? I've explained to you before. The only reason I talk about it is partially because I think, some people might make some crazy gains with this. And partially because I think, if I keep showing things which do really well, that I'm just 99% sure will do so, we'll get more, I guess, how do you call it? Like subscribers, more likes, more just engagement. So, yeah, I don't know. Most things I show, guys, just do extremely well. And it's not a pump and dump type of situation in the sense that we buy this at 10 cents. So you might say, oh, it went from $23 to $4. Okay, but it's not a meme coin. It's a solid project, proper foundations. And this is just most likely because of an irrational start, like we're seeing right now. But you still got to realize, it went from 10 cents to almost $5. Still times 50. Nobody gets in on whitelist though. I'm still not exactly sure how the whitelist works, to be honest with you guys. As I've said before, all I know about these projects is the research that I've done, and some things are harder to find than others. So, do I know exactly how to buy in? Do I know all the steps? Yes. Do I know how the whitelists go perfectly? No, I've never actually bought in via whitelist, so I'm not sure. If any of you do some research, let me know how it works. But at the end of the day, as I said, I don't really care for it for myself. All I'm doing is looking it up for you, and I tried some stuff. I tried to look up different things, but if you guys know, just let me know in the Telegram group, so we can discuss that further. And all the information that I do have, I provide over in this group right here, the Altcoin Gem information. But still, this has been a juicy launch altogether. Because still, it is times 40. It's better than expected, better than the times 25 that we kind of hoped for. And I do think eventually it's going to actually climb back up like some of the other coins which we have shown. But this pump, like we said just now, most likely because of that, indeed, like all the pancake gates going open. It might actually be that we get back to the higher levels, though. It's not too crazy. And usually what happens is exactly like we're seeing it right here. Big pump, big dump before kind of flowing over towards the upside piece by piece. But let us see. Yeah, and at the end of the day here, guys, once more, I mean no harm with this stuff. Some people hate me for showing this. I even see people in the comment section getting really tired of this. But let's see it from my perspective. If I can help a person make a huge, potentially, right? Make a huge amount of money, even if it's just only 1, maybe 10 people. I don't know. I think it's worth it for me to show and talk about it. Even though some people very much dislike it, which I understand. If you're for example, from the US and you cannot buy in, I understand if it's annoying to view. Or if you didn't get in and now you're hating on it, you're thinking, oh, this must all be a scam. I understand. No worries. I understand. But at the end of the day, I think most of these things will do well. And it's theoretically speaking possible that one of the ones we show is going to fail as well. It's possible. But as of this point, we've never had one yet. And I've been doing it for a good couple of months. So we shall see. We shall see. And once more, if you're wondering, oh, but it's dumped so much. Don't buy at the start. Like I've said 1,000 times in my video. I would never recommend you to do that. And we bought at 10 cents. So it's, you can't really lose. You know what I mean? It's just hard to not win with this type of stuff. Also, there's factors which we're, basically exploring every single time. Like, for example, I guess there's things that change every time. Like, for example, how the market shows exactly what partners are behind the project, exactly what type of hype structure they go for. Because at the end of the day, IDOs are a little bit about hype, If there's nobody who knows about the IDO, then some will obviously buy it because there's all these different channels, not YouTube channels, but like all these different methods for people to know about the IDO, and people are already involved with the launch pads, basically, like the BSC pad and the other one which it launched on. But at the end of the day, the more people that know about it, usually the crazier things go, I guess. Now, this one was medium hyped in the sense that a lot of people were talking about this and basically knew about this. But it's not as big as the Meta V pad, for example, which is coming in about a week from now. By the way, I told you already, but the craziest launch of any altcoin that you have most likely and I've most likely ever seen is almost certainly going to happen in about 1 week from now. I've already told you, but I think that coin is going to go times like maybe 500, maybe times 1,000. Very low market cap, extreme potential, extreme hype, extreme excited people. And because of the use case, it could be that the value is going to stay relatively stable, like we've seen with the Pulse Pad and Velas Pad too, and with some of those other coins. This coin, it's a metaverse project, so even though the appeal is there and people will buy it and it will keep some value, it's a little bit quote-unquote riskier than with basically platforms where you need to stake or you really want to stake. Here there's a little bit more of an appeal for people selling basically. But I still think it will come back up though, don't get me wrong. It's really interesting how these launches are so different because the Pulse Pad, which we've shown, for example, it went for like the first couple of minutes, it went up, down, and then afterwards only up for like a long time. This one, like the moment it launched, it's only been going down now. And it does make you wonder. And of course, guys, I'm always sticking to the truth here, which is if it keeps going down, and eventually goes below 10 cents, I'll take my losses, make a video, and say, hey, I guess I made a misjudgment, and we didn't get a winner. As at this point, it's pretty good. Crystal says, so what do you do if you only can purchase on PancakeSwap like Meta VPad? What is the best approach? So if you're in the US and you cannot buy in before they launch, it's very difficult. I'm not exactly sure what to tell you. Just some of these better opportunities, like for example, right now on Bybit. Earlier today, we joined the, what was the coin name? SIS, right? Didn't actually do too amazing. It only went times 4 or times 5, but it was completely free. So that's juicy gains. Pretty shortly here, there's going to be really metaverse. I'm thinking maybe this one is going to do even more amazing as well. But the thing is, guys, what I keep telling people is to stick with the launch pads basically for a longer time. It's theoretically speaking a little bit riskier, but in my own opinion, it mitigates most of the risk. But if you're in the US, these two ways in which I am telling most of my followers that they'll that they can pretty easily become millionaires in due time, within a couple of months here. Even with a small bankroll from the start, it's just so juicy. It's hard if you're not allowed to buy coins before they launch, because you're going to have to just focus on coins that are already on the market. And even though I think you'll still become a millionaire if you're watching this right now, it's just a little bit less easy. You just have to take a couple of extra steps. Let's put it like that. You haven't been given easy mode. Or you need someone you trust or something like that. Rick says, I think people forgot where else you can even 4 times, 5 times, 10 times your money. Any gain is great. There are quite a lot of ways, to be honest with you. There are quite a lot of ways in which you can get a multiplier on your money. But, you know, I personally like to go for sort of like certainty over the gains, in the sense that you guys have seen me buy a couple of meme coins, right, in my time. I do. But I usually tell you guys, if I do that, I'll put in $100 or $1,000, because if I lose it, no worries. But sometimes, like the Shiba Inu, it turns into thousands upon tens of thousands of dollars for almost no investment. It can happen. But I will never tell somebody to try that, because it's literally luck. It's literally betting. With the things I'm showing you here, all these launches, I am so certain that they'll do well that I can tell you guys to really look into it and try see if it's something for you. Obviously not financial advice, because I'm never 100% certain, nor can I guarantee it. But I'm pretty certain, if you guys get my drift. So that's why I share it also as an opportunity like that. But there's most likely a ton of other ways. Amir says, having issues claiming tokens. Were you able to receive yours, Dusty? I don't actually, Amir, to be honest with you. I didn't check. Could be that it takes a little bit of time. I do have a couple of people, actually, that are really big investors that hold themselves up with everything. I can check. If it's still not there within like an hour or so, something happens, just text me in Telegram, and we'll do some digging together. Because at the end of the day, I have no connection to, I cannot really fix anything like I can, for example, if something happens on Bybit or another exchange that I work with. I can just ask their personnel to fix. If there's ever any issue, guys, that you have over on Bybit and the support can't fix it, and you are sent there by me, contact me, guys. I'll fix it for you. I'll make sure it's good. I've done that before with giveaways as well when some people had some issues. Always just send me a little message in the Telegram, and I'll help you out. But as far as I know, we've never had any troubles with claiming, so I'm not too sure. And guys, make sure you press that like button. You can already see it. The general people, they don't like these live streams anymore. I notice now people are getting sad and tired of this type of stuff, but it's okay. At the end of the day, we mean no harm. We mean no negative stuff. It's all positive vibes. It's all cool thing. And this exact pattern, what you're seeing here, it happens almost every single time. I'm just now almost wanting to say, maybe buy the dip, but I cannot, because it's too risky. But this I told you just now, almost every single time, I feel like a freaking fortune teller. Big pump, but usually this goes on for a little bit longer though, this little start pump. And then a very big dump where you're thinking, oh, the value has halved. Normally here it's even tripled. Where you think, oh, I've given up. And last time, the moment that it hit the dip, so the dip, I stopped streaming because it was like an hour. And then the moment I stopped, like 1 minute later, all of a sudden it went on this little trail upwards. It's happened before that the price actually ends up higher than it hit at this point. But sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. It's really, really hard to say. All I know is it's a pretty successful launch, not the most successful, but we've turned, hypothetically speaking, Let's just start with a lower number because that's, I guess, more reasonable. We turned $100 into, let's say, $4,000, which is still nice from that perspective. Short says BSC pad claim works. Okay, that's good to hear. Well done. Yeah. So at the end of the day, this is a method where actually most of the things, and I'm just being honest with you again, many people will not tell this to you. This is a thing where money makes money, really. If you have a bankroll and you start out with $1 million, it's a lot easier to make $1 million in a couple of weeks than if you start out with $100. Can you still make it with $100? Well, it's pretty difficult. Where are you going to start, right? If you start with $100, for example. If you started 6 months ago, now let's say 7 months ago with $100, as I said before, now let's say you start out with $1,000 7 months ago, you'd have a couple $1 million right now, but we're not there anymore. You know, we're in the future. So right now, the starting points basically have changed. They've just become a lot more expensive. And so I want to show you like the most cheapest option or stuff like that, but this is just what I know works, and I'm sharing it for as many people that can use it. It's hard. It's hard to find. I keep looking. There's other ways to make profits, percentage gains. Like there's staking. And I've done a couple of those over on my Patreon, a couple of small details about that. Even for these projects, the staking that we do for them has a benefit because there's an APY. And on a thing like PulsePad, for example, the APY at one point was 500. Now it's like 200. Now it's maybe a little bit down even more. But that basically means that if we are early with some of these things and we stake them properly, there's still juicy gains to be gotten. And so forth and so on. I'm just kind of changing my own strategy as well as I'm figuring this stuff out. Leo says, any coin like Winky, it was so easy to pre-buy. So those Winky thing, it was just a lot of people came up to me and said, man, Winky, Winky, Winky. So I, of course, went to look into it and I was like, hey, this looks pretty juicy. But with the Winky, and let me say it like this. The easier it is to buy into it, the less likely it is to go times like 1,000. Like we have with Meta VPAT, for example, next week. Because it is so scarce and it's so hard to get into. The gains that people get, that do get to buy in, will be way more severe. And with Meta VPAT, for example, and the PulsePad we bought before and whatnot, people want to buy it as soon as possible and hold on to it because, as I said before, the APY at the start is like 1,000, maybe 1,500%. Then it goes down to like 500% and then 200 in the next couple of days, which means you get a ton of tokens for free. But also, if you buy in early and you hold those tokens, eventually you'll be able to stake those tokens to buy into more different projects, as these are launchpad tokens. So it's just very smart. And FEB says, I don't think it's hard. It's expensive, though. Yeah, it became expensive with time. At the start, it really was very cheap. But, yeah, at that point, not that many people knew, right? It's the same thing as, yeah, you should have just bought Bitcoin earlier. It's easy for me to say, but it's in hindsight. So if you're wondering, where can I get into this before they launch? How did you do it? How can other people do it? I make videos about that on my channel. So just make sure you are subscribed with the notification bell on, because sometimes there's like urgent things. But make sure you're subscribed and press the like button on this video. And I'll make sure that I get you guys all the information that's out there. Every single piece of information possible. Average Joe's Crypto says, the thing was front-ran by the team or friends. They delayed in announcement of contract. I have no idea what you're claiming or saying right now. And I think you're misinformed, but please elaborate on what you mean exactly. Because either we're not on the same page or one of us is wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong. So please let me know what exactly it is you mean. Where are you guys watching from, by the way? I'm recording this, or at least I'm live streaming right now from Dubai. Where you guys are watching this from? It's always fun to see people all over the world. We have 111 viewers right now. Jhat says, what coin are you referring to that launches a coin, I think, next week that could be big for a 50th time? Bro, you didn't hear the name like 1,000 times just now? Meta VPAT is what it's called. Mike says contract was announced hours before. Not sure if it's been hours, but at least an hour up front the contract was announced. So not exactly sure about that. And I even shared the contract in my Telegram here, so I'm not exactly sure what you are referring to, my friend. Contract's right here and right here, together with the pancake swap link. So, are you gonna watch the fireworks soon? Ooh, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. Earlier today, I was just laying down, just chilling. All of a sudden, I heard some very loud jets, scared the living out of me, because all of a sudden in the sky, I'm seeing all these freaking colors coming out of those jets. I'm like, what in the world? But of course, it's National Day here, so it dropped some It was like a care package is what it looks like red, green, white, obviously. But like, I was like, what is this? But it's just the flag in the air. But is there going to be fireworks somewhere today? I don't even know. I'll check it out. I have a very, very... guys, my view here from where I'm staying is so freaking beautiful. I wish I could show you, but I'll film it if it's there, and I'll show you guys eventually. But let's see. Interesting price movement, though, guys. I wonder what this is going to look like in about an hour from now. But Average Joe, please elaborate on what exactly you meant. Because there were restrictions for the first couple of minutes on how to buy, by the way, if you're wondering. Yes, we have it here as well. Exactly how that works. The IDO bot prevention. Because think about it. If they opened up for everybody from the get-go, usually what you get is some very irrational price movement. Even more irrational than what we saw here. The only thing is, this is for this exact reason is why I never try to snipe from the get-go, but I more so try to snipe like right here at these moments. Because sometimes this is still a very good, nice point to get into. Buying these couple of minutes is nearly impossible, I think. Some depends on the whitelist method that they have. And this is basically from people who had, I think, an order open and just got wrecked, I think. But I'm also not 100% positive on that. But I'm not sure exactly where this coin is going to end off the day. Sometimes it ends off at a couple dollars higher. Sometimes it doesn't. It's hard to say. Do you think Ripple is going to have a launchpad opportunity in the future? I don't think so. But, you know, maybe. UAE National Day. Yeah, man. Biggest fireworks of the year. Really? I didn't even know that. Let me see what the time is going to be. Dubai fireworks. What time though? I can see it everywhere, yes. What time? Oh, it's the 50th National Day as well, so it's going to be extra. 8:30 p.m., December 2nd. So in about 1 hour and 10 minutes from now, there's going to be some crazy fireworks. What if I order my food right now, though? Will it actually show up? I should order just before the fireworks happens, no? Because I'm thinking, if I order it, and like it's like the exact I'm not going to get my food for like a long time. It's going to be interesting. All right, but guys, I don't see too many questions about this anymore. The coin launched, it did times 30-ish, so we turned $1,000 into $30,000. Not too amazing, but it's okay. I hope for a little bit more than that. At the end of the day, I do hope it's going to end up a little bit higher over the next couple of hours or so, but we shall see. A little bit of a letdown, but not too bad. We have a bigger one coming up in about a week from now. And guys, we have 5 coins, I think, over in December, which I think are going to go insane. So if you're excited about those, or you want to hear those names and you want to see exactly how to buy, or how at least I'm going to buy into them, and how you could replicate the same thing if you have the same means, I guess. Keep watching. Make sure you are subscribed. And I'll definitely share that with you guys over the next couple of hours. By the way, we are about 3 subscribers away from 137,000. So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you press that button. And if you want giveaways, by the way, just make sure you join the Altcoin Gem Information Telegram. Because, as I've said before, what I'm going to try to do is basically just say, hey, I have a very big group of people who are interested. Do you have some like NFT giveaways or so for the people in here? And I hope that some of these projects will say yes. But I haven't tried it yet because it's not big enough. You know, 1,000 people, nobody's going to take us seriously. So we need as many people as possible. But make sure you join it already in like anticipation of stuff like that. Again, no plans, but I'm hoping that it's going to work or something along those lines. It's going to kind of work out. So yeah, guys, that was today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, our live stream. Launch was successful, not too amazing, but we'll see how it happens. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video really shortly here, guys. So thank you all so much for stopping by and saying hi.